haven't been cheating on him, but I do have friends that do call my phone, and a lot of these are men from the club. They do say certain stuff on my phone, you know.
Uh, I don't cheat on him, but I do be sucking dick every now and then. You know, niggas will tip me $175. I got bills to pay. You know that SRP bill ain't no joke. Nah, all jokes aside, man. This is why you should never go through your partner's phone as well, because of course you're gonna find something that you're not gonna like. And if you're happy in a relationship, you happy with what's going on, you know, why put why put at risk, your happiness. Happiness comes and goes. Who knows if the woman that's in your life right now is going to be here tomorrow? Who knows? So enjoy the time that you do have.
Oh, and maybe it's up to me. A phone can tell you a lot of things, but it can't tell you the truth. If you don't have
It sounds like
evidence,
you're deflecting.
yeah.
Because we haven't got the phone.
The evidence of absence is not the absence of evidence.
Yet, and a phone does tell a lot.
Yeah,
the
it
phone
does.
will tell you exactly where you at, what you're doing,
Yeah.
what you're saying, how people are communicating you.
And she got a whole lot of
for
MIA
me, that's
time.
And you do too.
That is
So-
the reason why I have unlocked the phone. And so we unlock both of your phones. Will you stay if we find something in his phone?
Yeah, because I want to work this out. I'm tired of jumping from relationship to relationship. Who knows when they
Yeah, man, y'all niggas are way too old for this. These niggas look like they're well past the age of 42, 43 years old. She looks like she's probably 45. He looks like he could be in his late 40s, maybe early 50s. I could be wrong, right? But of course, a lot of the times, one thing that we talk about, which we preach, which is something that's from the YouTube page of Chronicles of Judah 144, or the Patreon as well, which is that the woman doesn't start to mature until the age of 45, for the most part. For the most part. So of course, it's not until the woman starts to lose her looks and things of that nature, to where she starts to have to slow down because her options are not the same. You understand? So of course you're going to start to get to an age, but it's sad that it takes for so long for people to I'm tired of jumping from relationship to relationship, because it was fun when you're young and in your prime. You're getting everything at the tip of your fingers. Doors being open for you, niggas giving you tips, everybody hitting on you. Of course, you going crazy on social media. Everybody sliding in your DMs. You got so many dicks at the work and at the workforce and things of this nature. The one nigga that be dropping it off. The one nigga that got money. The one nigga with the good car. It's a lot of options that these women have. So if you are going to take the woman serious, there's a lot of things that you as a man need to be able to understand that she's battling with daily, because she's battling a lot of demons. Not only just her own demons, but demons from all the other men that was before her. For the most part, a lot of women are they have extremely low self-esteem. And you have to be able to take on that burden of, well, not necessarily, I don't want to say the burden, but you have to be able to take on the burden of, wherever she tends to feel she's falling short emotionally, because that's going to change. Only thing that doesn't change is the Most High, which is why you have to be on your game. And I want to say this too, in terms of you calling the woman at work and things of this nature, that should never be a part of the game. That's never been a part of the game. You don't call your woman at work. You're supposed to be on your woman's mind to where she's calling you whenever she has free time to tell you about, whatever she got going on, because you're supposed to be busy. You're supposed to always have something going on as a man, because there's always something for you to improve on. Understand? And what that represents is the Most High God. What that represents is the sun. No matter what, that sun comes up every single day, and it shines and gives life for everybody, to wake you up, to wake up the animals, to give light and life to the plants. You understand? So what you have to be is a stabilizing force in the woman's life and represent the Most High God. So that way, whenever you do get to a point, whenever you do have children, she can pass down the unconditional love that you have for her to your children. The woman is the head of the children. The man is the head of the woman. God, the Most High, is the head of the man, which is your backbone. And this is what's supposed to be able to attract the woman in the first place.
End is coming. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to go into the end of my life knowing that I could have had something special with this man, even though we been toxic all these years. Somebody can help us. I'm like this. I've been through his phone before a couple times, and I found things in there that I didn't like.
Will
Let's
we find
do
anything
it.
in your phone?
You're gonna find a whole bunch of text messages.
What do you want to happen today?
Once again, brothers, do not go through a woman's phone. Women, do not go through your man's phone. You're gonna find something that you don't like. Okay? Especially even if it's from before he met you. Okay? You're gonna find something that you don't like. Especially if you're enjoying what you have going on, just enjoy it for what it is. You know, of course, women are a lot more different because they're more on a need to know basis and things of this nature. Which is why, once again, you must be on your shit. You must always be busy to be doing something productive, so that way she doesn't start to think that you're cheating on her. You know. But a lot of women like like the drama and things of this nature, and you can see it's taking a toll on her. You can tell that this woman, most likely when she was back in the day, she was a more than decent looking woman. You can tell. You know.
I just want to get everything out.
You want to get everything out?
Everything out.
Okay. Well, listen, Felicia wants to know if Jacoby is cheating. That's your main question, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's time to unlock the phone. Yours first.
And congratulations to both of these people for being able to sit down and talk through all their differences. Of course, they didn't need to go on the motherfucking talk show to get that done, but a lot of the times men do certain things like this to appease the woman. Fellas, you should never be in a position where you're trying to appease the woman, because all you're doing is giving her power and giving her leverage. Because whenever she doesn't feel some type of way, or whenever she's in some sort of mood, you're going to start to go, there's just going to have to do more and more for you to go. Now you're going to have to go above and beyond just to be able to get her out of one of her slumps. And their emotions come and go. All right, just like yours do. Only thing is you have to be able to have control over them. And you're expected to have them under control. Don't forget that. There's been multiple times where, women would be arguing, arguing out there in public. Oh,
why this nigga even arguing? He a grown ass man. What he doing even arguing with a woman?
A lot of times females are even telling themselves by saying certain shit like that, because once again, they understand that they're not to be taken serious. They even know that. So, why don't you?
Felicia, you want to know if Jacoby is cheating on you. Mm-hmm. My Unlock the Phone investigators searched through Jacoby's photos and apps, and we found nothing suspicious. Photos as well. It's like, y'all a little shocked by that. Y'all a little shocked.
Yeah, and let me speak on this real quick, because I was supposed to be talking about what cheating is actually as well. I was supposed to throw that in here. But, you see a lot of women act surprised and shocked once again, because they know that you in particular, the so-called black man, if you want to, you can deal with multiple women. That's if you choose to. They tend to act shocked because they understand that it's in your nature. Look at all the white women who are shocked and amazed. Oh, he's not dealing with, oh, that's a good man. Oh, she got her a good one. And that's, most likely not the case, because it's in a man's DNA to want to conquer multiple women. So. And getting to the whole cheating thing, the whole cheating aspect, not to digress or anything, but if you have to talk about what your relationship goals and what your boundaries are. You have to set boundaries as a man. Right? So, and of course, if you adhere to the scriptures, then you'd understand, at least across to the woman, because the woman essentially knows that you can deal with multiple women, which is why they start to do things now, and why society is so fucking backwards, because you can. There's no stories in the Bible where the Most High banished a man, aside from committing an act of adultery, which is what cheating is. A man in a relationship sleeping with another woman who's not in a relationship is not cheating, nor is that an act of adultery. Cheating for a man is when a man steps outside of his woman to sleep with another woman who's in a relationship of her own or married of her own. That's an act of adultery. And an act of adultery from a woman would be stepping out and sleeping with anyone aside from her man. Okay, and if you have an issue with that, then take that up with God. All right, because that's in the scriptures. Okay. So yeah, but and if you are a brother who does have the ability or wants to deal with multiple women, and that's not something that that your woman is okay with, then you got to make a certain compromise, because that's what love is about: sacrifice, commitment, and compromises, for the most part. So
You're like, oh, okay. All right, Felicia, you all want to know if Jacoby was cheating. He says he is not. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched his texts and found that he is not telling the truth. We found 3 suspicious texts stating that he is single. Here, we can give you, and talking to other people. Here, you can give me this. This is.
And real quick, a lot of the times, if a man's dealing with a woman and he's saying that he's single, for the most part, he's not even necessarily playing the field. A lot of the times, he's saying that to save face, because he may have doubts about the woman that he's dealing with. That's not to try to take up for the man or anything like that, because I know the mind of a man. All right, I done been there, and I know niggas who got bitches. So
As of May.
That was
Thank
my
you so
birthday
much.
too.
Huh? Oh, that was your birthday.
May 23rd.
Yeah, she ran off on me.
You did too. You ran off to go with
ran
your
off on me.
ex-wife.
it don't matter. That's his ex-wife, and y'all ran off on each other. So that shouldn't have anything to do with each other. That shouldn't have anything to do with anything. If you just said that, if you both just confirmed that y'all ran off on each other, so that shouldn't even get you emotional. But once again, the woman is emotional. And you got to keep your shit together. And let's see how this man holds it together.
To see
To
your
my
son,
son's graduation from the
But
Navy.
your ex-wife know that
He's
you're
in the
with
Navy.
me. Why
Okay.
come I couldn't come?
But I want to know.
Well, you couldn't come because, nigga, that's not your family. You may be with the man now, but once again, even if y'all were broken up and things of this nature, even if you guys were not broken up, that's his family. If that's his decision, then that's his decision. That's his son. You should understand that and respect that. But also too, as a man in a relationship, if you're going like out the state and things of this nature, going to do certain things or going to an outing and things of this nature, your girl is gonna feel some type of way if she doesn't like get an invite, or if at least you don't break certain things down to her to let her understand. And if she's one of the women that that's not gonna understand and make things a bigger deal, then a lot of times you gotta pimp her a little bit. Which is just lying in advance for the most part. Lying to protect yourself in advance. So.
How do you feel about the fact that he's saying he's single?
Oh, yeah,
we broke up.
I'm
We
not
broke
even
up. She
surprised.
said she was single.
Nope, I'm not even surprised about that, because that's been an issue once before, where around Christmas time, we were at one of his friends' parties for Christmas, and his friend's wife has a homegirl that came by, and they hooked up. This lady was in my apartment. Well, as he called it, it's his apartment. But when you share an apartment with somebody, it's both of y'all's.
Yeah.
No, I agreed. And if you guys were together at that time or whatever the case may be, then of course that's foul play by the man. That's absolutely foul play, especially if that's where you guys lay. That's definitely out of pocket. And as a man, you gotta do better. You must do better.
Regardless if your
Okay.
name on it or if your name ain't on it.
Well, Felicia, I think it's time to get to unlocking your.
But man, also too, this is why you must have your shit together, because if you have your own spot, things change. The dynamic is changed. If your name is on the lease, the dynamic is changed.
Phone. So you want to know if she's cheating on you? My Unlock the Phone investigator searched her DMs and found nothing suspicious at all. Jacoby, you also want to know if Felicia is having sex with her clients. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched her apps and found one suspicious transaction for $150 from someone named.
I know a nigga wasn't paying $150 to hit that. I mean, let's keep it a buck. And of course, I already seen how this goes, but this is what I was just thinking when I first seen it. So, and of course, if a lot of the times you can tell if people are lying, especially the woman is lying, if her voice starts to crack, if she starts to speak at a high pitch or a high tone in her voice, if she starts to look up to the right. If I'm not mistaken, is looking up. No, thinking is when you're looking up, or if she starts to look down. Because looking up is almost as if you're reaching for something, like you're trying to. Looking up to the right is like that's where your frontal lobe is, if I'm not mistaken, where your memory bank is. So it's almost second nature to look up to the right if you're trying to think. So if she answers a question, right, voice cracking, getting high pitched, things of nature, looking down, and stuttering, then you know that she's lying. But you can tell that from her countenance, that she was expecting, for that to be found. So let's see what she has to say.
Okay.
It's not to say anything. It's not to say that you're cheating, but you want to explain?
Okay, I explain that.
Well, once again, you wouldn't have to explain that to me. And wasn't nobody paying $150 to hit that, so I already know that's the case.
My car actually quit on me. And I called my dad. My dad didn't have the money. So I called him. He's a club owner. This is the man he's been suspicious about, thinking that I'm sleeping with him. But it's nothing like that. This man gave me $150, which I paid him back, which it was a loan.
Well, it don't even matter about that because we actually done already been through that anyway.
Okay.
And that transaction, I was definitely upset about, for her to even call another guy, period, for money.
Which is understandable, but if you don't got it together, then brother, what is she supposed to do? Especially if it's her work, if that's what she works at in a place of business. So you got to have some sort of understanding here. Unless you had it and you just didn't want to give it to her, things of that nature, then you were being inconsiderate. So, but once again, I understand I understand his frustration, but if he said that they talked about it, then this isn't even a big deal because it's really not a big deal at all.
But you didn't have it, so
I gave you money also. You got money from me also. You don't remember that?
It wasn't enough.
I didn't.
That nigga said, "Nah, bitch." That nigga said, "Nah, bitch, I gave you some money." But you can tell that with her calmness for the most part that of course they talked about it before. So.
But I gave you money also.
But it wasn't enough.
So
though.
still
It
though,
wasn't enough.
still don't like a woman that feels
But I'm
comfortable.
the type of person that's gonna pay anything that I have. I pay you your money back. So why wouldn't I pay nobody else back?
Which is true.
That. So
Agreed, and he even said that that's true. So. He started to snap a little bit because he got in his feelings. So, good job on collecting yourself, and good job on a woman's behalf too, because she sensed that he was starting to feel he was starting to feel some type of way, and she kept it calm. So once again, you can tell that these two have a little bit of chemistry. You can really tell once again because in my eyes, and it's already been confirmed to me throughout this interview that she was the bottom bitch. So let's continue.
It's true.
Come
Which
on
is
now.
true.
Jacoby, you also want to know if she's cheating, and so my Unlock the Phone investigators searched her texts, and we found 3 suspicious texts. Can we see what these text messages are? All right, hey, what you doing? You at work? Damn, you okay? You safe, baby?
Okay, so you can see the blue messages are most likely iPhone messages, and the green one is from some motherfucker with an Android. So the one on the top left says, "Hey, what you doing?" She read that. The other one says, "You at work?" Nigga just forgot to put a question mark, I'm guessing. And the last one on the bottom right, the last blue message, of course, is "Damn, okay, be safe, baby." Third is in New York, so I mean, of course, she gonna have motherfuckers texting her shit like that. Once again, she's an exotic dancer. Of course, she gonna be sucking dick and fucking, in a job. But that comes along with the territory. But this isn't enough to, to raise your antennas and make you think that something else is going on. Unless it's just, of course, damn, okay, be safe, baby. But of course, sound like they're, somewhere down south or from the Midwest. And, anybody who has family that's down there or been down there or met people from down there, they have Southern hospitality, and that's just how they talk. So, that doesn't seem like it's anything concerning. And as far as the green text message, the New York, I mean, it's probably a client, that they probably just keep in touch, and who knows, Nigga just saying, he's in New York right now, but I'll be back in 3 weeks, so who knows? Especially, it's extremely easy to keep it vague, through text messages. So
These are, I guess, just some of the clients that you said already that hit you up, that you're communicating with.
And sometimes I see that and I might not even respond to it.
Okay. So I gotta also just let everyone know that
yeah, it's a little work relationship.
the day that we unlocked your phone, it showed that there's something that had been tampered with as well on the phone. The thing for me is that unlock the phone was unimportant. And it was unimportant because y'all are already aware of what you've been doing.
Right.
For me, there's two bigger things that are at play here that are pretty heartbreaking for me, which is first, the way you talk to her and talk about her. And the way you say things like your own words, because I write them down.
This nigga look like a nigga trying to play Terrence Howard. Let me go back. Look at this
pretty
nigga.
heartbreaking for me, which is first, the way you talk to her and talk about her. And
This nigga look like the dude from the woods, Stacy, or he look like Terrence Howard, like somebody in the future playing a version of Terrence Howard. You know what I'm saying? This nigga look funny as hell. I ain't gonna lie. But talking about in the way that he talks to the woman, we'll see what he's referring to.
the way you say things like your own words, because I write them down, I deserve a different caliber of woman. You also said I don't knock that type of woman, while yet you still knock her.